Alright guys, so it's officially been about one whole day since we have actually received the update notice of the next July 7th update featuring Financier Cookie as well as Cookie Odyssey Chapter 3, also the Ascension as well as the Magic Candy update. So I've talked to a lot of different people during the live stream. I've read a lot of different comments. I even made a post on my community page asking for you guys to vote on specifically what you guys think about the update as of right now with the update sneak peek information, and majority of the people have told me that they are not too sure, and that is the right answer for majority of the players. We do not exactly know what is going on, but what I can tell you guys right now from just looking at this is that there may be a big gap coming very soon for the players who are free to play as well as pay to play. You know, the Cookie Odyssey Chapter 3 is awesome that they're trying to finish it quickly and that they're trying to lead us into the next episode of World Exploration, most likely going to be the Golden Cheese Cookie episode and the Kingdom. And also with the new featuring a cookie that is also very good for us to actually spend our crystals as well as magic cookie cutters that we have saved up so far, because the last update was only our oyster cookie. And then the next thing is going to be the master mode, and I feel like master mode is going to be a new challenge for a lot of the older players who have actually finished you know, up to a certain point, got stuck in dark mode episode 14 and there just not much stuff to do. I think this will be a very interesting thing because it gives us more things to do, at least as of right now, more new things to do, right? So I feel like master mode is a good thing that they have added. And if you guys look right here, the specific power level for master 4-14 is around 676,000, which is around the power level of episode 14 in the middle of the episode. So 14 like 18 is around the power level of this. So definitely it is for the end game content, but it's not going to be as hard as the dark mode, which allows us to actually farm these specific cores, which I'll get to very soon. So I still feel like, you know, master mode is reasonable, and it is something that, you know, that they are doing well in adding these features, because it at least gives us something for us to do. And then the next one is going to be the magic candies. I completely feel like this is a okay thing, and this is something that we have actually been, you know, teased for, you know, with the dev now behind, as well as the Cookie Odyssey Chapter 2. If you guys have watched it and read it and, you know, looked at it, then you guys know that Espresso Cookie has, you know, created something that is going to be equivalent to the magic candy. So it really makes sense for us to receive this feature, and I really like that they're going with at least only first 3 cookies, giving us the time to see exactly what it's going to do and time for us to farm these specific materials for us to create these magic candies for the future updates when it's released for other epic cookies in the future. So I feel like this is going to be a good thing, and of course we do see that there's other, you know, effects that are being added to their skill, especially Espresso Cookie having like a so-called injury effect as well. Some people are saying it's like a one-shot or like a guaranteed kill at a certain low percentage. We'll just have to see exactly what is happening. We see Purple Yam with Fury and some aura around his club when he's swinging, and then Vampire does have a bleeding effect, dealing damage over time, which might be specifically good for the guild boss battle. We don't know exactly what is happening and what the specific effects are, but I feel like Magic Candy is a good addition to the game because it at least allows us to start preparing for the next magic candy, because we'll know exactly what we need from these specific cookies, right? So it is a good trial run for this update. And here we go, guys. You know, the only thing that I have an issue about here, and I'm sure a lot of people have an issue about, is the fact that you have to get this magic candy up to plus 30, and that's the maximum. And I'm sure already players know that, you know, the topping upgrade is honestly a pain, and to be honest, the magic candy is going to be very similar, having the failure, success as well as super success in there. Of course, there's a super success which will guarantee the next upgrade to be a automatic success, but still the fact that it is having a failure option in there and going up to plus 30, I feel like it is going to be a very hard grind, and it may be something that a lot of people might complain in the near future about. But one good thing that I like about them adding the magic candy is the requirement for you to create these magic candy, and it is for the cookie to only be at level 50. Okay, I speak about only is because of the fact that now the maximum level is 70, so I feel like making the requirement at level 50 is a reasonable place for you to be, and it is going to allow at least the free-to-play players who have already cookies at around 50, 60, 65, allows them to actually take advantage of these magic candies in the future as well for the newer cookies without having to make them at level 70. So I think that's one good thing that they have added for the magic candy. But here is the biggest problem right now that a lot of people are complaining as well as arguing about, and just overall having a very bad impression about the update, is because of this Ascension feature that they're adding on top of the magic candies. Of course, the magic candy is not for everyone, all right? It's not for all of the cookies, so it is going to be a smaller update for us. However, this Ascension is going to affect every single cookie that we have so far, affecting mainly the pay to win players or pay to play players. All right, why is that so? Essentially, this Ascension process is making the promotion of the cookies from +5 all the way to +10. It is very simple to think of it that way, because the effects of Ascension is literally the same thing as promoting your cookie, except it is just going to require more materials and more of these grinding and more gacha. All right, so technically the same thing is happening with the Ascension compared to the promotion. You're getting extra HP, attack, defense, and power. So it is going to be a different set of promotion that we are getting for these cookie. So a lot of people are saying this is going to make the gap between the free-to-play players as well as the pay-to-play players, and then also it's going to leave behind a lot of the newer players as well as the returning players, preventing them from actually achieving this feature and taking advantage of it, because of the fact that it does require all of your cookies or that specific cookie to be at a 5-star promotion, along with having something like the soul core, which you have to farm in the master mode, as well as for you to obtain through the gacha once you do obtain a duplicate copy. To be honest with you, I feel like Dev Sisters, they do have the right to award the players who are funding their game. However, I don't feel like this is the right timing as well as the right amount, to be honest, because having up to +5 Ascension, it's just like it's gonna even make the gap between the whales even bigger too. So it's already big with the whales as well as the spenders and the free-to-play players, and this is gonna even make a different level of spending that people who are like the massive whales, and then there's gonna be like the whales, and then there's gonna be like the casual spenders, and then there's gonna be the free-to-play as well as returning players. So I feel like this really might set back a lot of people from returning to the game, continuing the game, especially in the arena. And I can already hear and read the comments in the future talking about players commenting on my video talking about, hey, this doesn't work, this guide is BS because you have Ascension 3 cookies and I don't have that. So I'm already afraid and I'm already worried honestly about the future, because this Ascension is not going to be for everyone for a very long time. So I feel like this is going to be something that I personally feel like it should have been waited a little bit longer before it was added into the game, and maybe even up to like Ascension 1, 2, and then they added a little bit at a time. Maybe that would have been better for us to farm these materials and things like that, to award the players who are still spending on the game and things like that, but not making a giant gap for the players, because already there's so many different factors that's come into play when it comes to the PvP aspect, and this is going to be another giant factor in that specific gap. So that is the thing, guys. And on top of that, you guys already know that there is an event for us to receive massive amount of special cookie cutters. It is for every single 5-star cookie that you are going to be in possession of during the time of the update when it goes live. So specifically speaking, for all of the common and rare cookies that you have at 5-star promotion, which honestly, if you have the opportunity to, you should be doing, you're going to be able to get up to 91 of the special cookie cutters. However, if you have all of the epic cookies maxed out at max promotion, which is going to be like my account, you're getting a total of 450 extra special cookie cutters. And I feel like if you guys have to spend your mileage points right now to promote these cookies, do not do it, because the amount of mileage points you might be able to get later on is going to decrease because of the new soul cores as well as soul essences being added into the game. So I do not recommend you guys spend your mileage points for specific promotion for just extra couple cookie cutters. Alright, so I do recommend that you guys save those mileage points and see exactly what is going to happen. It is not crystals, so technically it's not as valuable, but it still is going to be a big thing for the players who are in possession of a massive amount of 5 stars. So, you know, you can already see that this can really cause a lot of problems with a lot of free-to-play players as well as light spenders who are not in possession of many 5-star cookies, because, you know, we have already established that, you know, having 2 to 3-star cookie is still enough for you to progress throughout the story. But now that you have to have a 5-star for this specific event, it does not set a very good image of what the devs are planning. And then the next thing is going to be the Magic Laboratory. This honestly is going to be a big one for me personally, as well as a lot of players, allowing us to farm the specific parts and the resources it require for the magic candy, as well as different you know, resources that we can get like time jumper, skill powder, and things like that. So I feel like this is a very good addition that honestly they should have added a little bit earlier, which will really helped a lot of players. As well as I hope that they are going to make more than just one, hopefully allowing us to, you know, farm a little bit more at the same time. And then the, you know, the landmarks and decors and things like that are very good. However, the main topic of this discussion, as well as a lot of people having this quote-unquote flame, as well as this disappointment and things like that, is because of the Ascension. And personally, for me as well, it does feel like they're trying to have a money grab move. However, we'll not be able to understand the true intention behind it until the update goes live. And once it does, I guess we can really finalize our decision on what kind of effect this is going to have for all sorts of different players. Anyways, guys, just wanted to give that information out to you guys. Let you guys know that a lot of people are talking about it, and not only in Reddit, but Naver as well, the Naver Cafe, which is officially for Cookie Kingdom. For majority of the Korean players, there has been a lot of people, you know, commenting and kind of flaming the update. And, you know, a lot of YouTubers already from the Korean community, as well as myself and Codations and people like that, have talked about it. And to be honest, once again, we'll never know until the update goes live. But my real hope is that there is not going to be a massive gap which is going to cause players to just give up on the game and just completely quit the game because of the massive power gap that is going to be caused by this Ascension process. Anyways, guys, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think and what Dev Sisters can do, because the best thing that we can do as the player as well as the community is going to be discussing it, as well as making awareness to what we feel like for this update patch note, and trying our best to get Dev Sisters to really understand the player's heart as well as the player's mindset. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching once again. Thanks for commenting, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.